My name is Lizzie Metz. I have cystic fibrosis and I'm 5 years old. Cystic fibrosis, to me, I have to take medicine, treatments, and it hurts my tummy and legs, and I can't breathe good, and I will get bad tummy aches. I do swim, spins, and I do dance. I like to do it because it makes my heart happy. When I grow up, I want to be a golden girl, and then I want to be a mommy, a swim teacher, and a dance teacher. I always say 2 things. Just look on the bright side, and since I have cystic fibrosis and I can't find a cure, it makes me me.
I'm David Metz, and I'm from Fulton, Missouri.
And I'm Megan Metz, and we have a daughter, Lizzie Sue, who is 5, and she has cystic fibrosis. And we have a son, Wyatt, who is 7, and he does not have cystic fibrosis. We really didn't think, about cystic fibrosis or anything for that matter being wrong with our little girl. And then we got a phone call that ultimately changed our lives at 2 weeks. I still remember to this date. I didn't understand why the doctor was calling me personally. And at that moment they said, from her newborn screening, we have concerns in the area of cystic fibrosis, and we're going to need to do further testing. The sweat test results yielded that she did indeed have cystic fibrosis. I remember in that moment just sitting in my living room, holding her, and just like sobbing when I got off the phone, because I just feel like it totally caught us off guard and knocked the wind out of me. And I remember having to call him, and I knew it was going to be the worst news I could deliver to him.
It was scary. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know much about it, and I was used to being in control of things, and this was something I had no control over.
From the very first call I got from her nurse, I feel like they stepped in and answered any of our questions we had. And so as scared as we were, I feel like without that support from the hospital and the foundation, that it would have been a lot harder road to wrap our minds around. I remember very shortly after she was diagnosed, they did a family education day through the hospital and through the CF Foundation. I think before then I looked at the statistics, and it was kind of a gloom and doom of, I remember sobbing at night, like, is she gonna outlive me? Is she gonna get to be a mom someday? Is she going to, get to grow up and do all the things she wants to do? And I think at that exact family education day is when I walked away, and I remember looking at David thinking, there's hope. There's things coming down the pipeline that, it could save our little girl's life. And it could give her, years on her life, and it made us really hopeful for the future. Lizzie is now 5 years old, and so this was the first year she had to enter a public school system. We used lots of information that the CF Foundation provided for us on regards to how to make that transition the easiest, and she's able to go to school, and knock on wood, been really healthy so far. And she's able to take her pills at school. She's already been having to do extra treatments at school. I feel like the transition's going pretty smooth.
We get up pretty early in the mornings. Our day starts off right off with treatments.
And her morning treatment, it takes about 40 minutes, I would say. Her vest shakes about 30 with kind of a pause in between for coughs, and she inhales her albuterol and her sodium chloride at that time. And then, like you said, she goes in to take her pills, and right now I think she's right around 10 pills just to start her day off, because we're on an extra antibiotic right now, which kind of increases that pill count. And so she gets done with the treatment and runs in and takes the pills and eats her breakfast, and
then, like I say, heads off to school, and then from there, usually in the evenings, we have pretty busy evenings too.
I wish more than anything I could take my little girl home and put her to bed like she wants to be. And instead of carrying her in, taking her to the bed, hooking her up in her vest that's gonna shake her, getting her medicines to inhale. But I feel like at the end of the day, we know we have to, because right now there is no cure. And as healthy as she may look on the outside, we both know that there's so much going on in her little body that nobody can see, especially see past her smile. And it's just not an option to come in and go to bed and like her brother could or someone else could. It's just not an option for us. I think in the back of my mind, I just always think I just want her to be healthy. When the day the cure comes, I want to know that we did everything that we possibly could to get her to the point where the cure is here and she's healthy enough to thrive with that cure. Right now, her mutations don't fall under a category yet where she can take Kalydeco or a Combi. And so I think the diligence in doing those treatments, it just all comes back to we have to have her healthy when that cure comes or when that next medication comes. And we have to have her ready to conquer the world.
The foundation has provided so much support, and each year we're seeing the new drugs come down the pipeline, and if we let it slack off, then we feel like we might be losing lung function. And so we know in our hearts that there's going to be more drugs coming. There's going to be a cure found one day, and we have that hope.
We want to see her be able to grow up and become a golden girl. Like, she wants to become a dance teacher, become a mom, and our hopes and dreams for her aren't any different than our hopes and dreams for our little boy. And I truly, in my heart, believe that the reason she is going to be able to do those things someday is because of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.